You know, the ridiculousness that we are facing it right now, it's I don't even know how to say it. It's ridiculous, honestly. My husband sent me a screenshot of what the Mirror announced. You can follow it, apparently. So I'm gonna read some of it for you. It's about XL bullies, which I find it ridiculous. Not all of it, but some of the information. So, first one, children under the age of 12 will be banned from being left alone with dangerous dogs. In my opinion, every single child should be banned for staying alone with any animal, not only the, banned breeds. Those little tiny chihuahuas, they can do as much damage to little children as a big dog. It just takes a bit longer. So, the second one. New rules are due to be announced later today. Okay, so we're still gonna have more rules. Then the third one. Owners who leave children unsupervised with banned breeds could face prosecution and even have the dog seized. Okay, now my question is, how are they gonna know that the children are being unsupervised? So if, let's say, I've got an XL bully myself, right? I've got children. I've got one child above the age of 12 and another child, she's 7. So I've got the dog downstairs and I've got my daughter downstairs, and we are alone in the house, and suddenly I need to go to the toilet. So what does that mean? That now I need to take my daughter to the toilet with me, or am I allowed to actually go upstairs and do my business? But according to these rules, so if I'll go upstairs to the toilet or wherever she is in the house and I go to the toilet, she is not supervised. So does that mean I have to face persecution because my daughter was unsupervised, regardless where she was in the house and regardless where my dog was in the house? That just doesn't make sense. How are you going to prove that the child was unsupervised? Any parent, if any dog can attack a child, it doesn't matter. It's under the age of 12. Some of us, we actually do think that our kids from, I don't know, age of 10, they are sensible, but apparently not. Okay, next one. The new restrictions will come into force on November 1st and will become part of the legal conditions for keeping an exempt dog. Okay, next one. The changes are designed to prevent children being attacked, but to also allow responsible owners to keep their pets. Seriously? Seriously? Well, why don't you just start, I don't know, monitoring people before they get any animals? Absolutely any animal can make a damage to a child or even to you who are not responsible. We, responsible owners, we actually train our dogs. We're making sure that we walk them, we socialize them, we train them, and we treat our dogs right. But the ones who does not know a thing about the dog that they get in, or they decide, okay, oh, that looks cute, I'm gonna have, I don't know, Christmas present for my kids, and then they don't train them, they know nothing about the dog, and the dog goes berserk, and it doesn't matter whether it's banned breed or not. As I said, those Chihuahua dogs, they are, oh my god, they are more aggressive than the big dogs. And any dog can be aggressive. Any. Okay, what else do we have? But I do agree that kids are supposed to be supervised. And I do agree that a lot of parents actually should train their kids not to climb all over the dog or whack it with something. You know, it's not all about the dog, it's about the owners. It just angers me. Okay, next one. Animal Welfare Minister Baroness Heyman said, no child should ever be left alone with a dangerous dog. These rules are about putting the safety of children first. Yes, I agree. But I truly agree with that. Honestly, I truly agree. But now I've got an XL bully, right? And to be honest with you, my dog is not dangerous. It's well behaved. My dog doesn't even bark. My neighbors, sometimes they ask me, I said, do you still have a dog? We don't hear her at all. She is calm. She's like a cat. She walks around, she eats, she sleeps. We don't allow our kids to, climb all over my dog. And my dog is very well trained. I believe so. It's very well trained. Anybody who comes in, even the people who are afraid of the dogs, when they meet my dog, they are okay to be in the same room together. And she's an XL bully. She looks scary. She looks dangerous. Well, not really, to be honest with you. She doesn't look dangerous. But she's big. Okay, next one. A statutory instrument bringing in the change is due to be laid before Parliament today. Okay, that's fine. The next one. It comes after dog attacks have nearly doubled since the pandemic, with more than 3 occurring an hour on our streets and in our homes. Well, here we go again. Start training people. You wanted to get money, right? When we applied for the dangerous dog certificate, according to the rules, we had to have somebody coming into our houses and check if our dog is dangerous dog. Nobody showed up. They were just happy to take the money. So how are you regulating it? Then you put in the rules for XL bullies that they, like, even though in a private fields, that we can buy an hour for them to run freely, right, off the lead without a muzzle. Yet we cannot bring another dog from another household in. So those dogs are not being socialized. They cannot play fight or whatever thing they do. Even though we all want to do, the right way, those dogs need socializing so they won't be aggressive. That's as far as I know. Obviously, my husband knows a bit more about all of these rules than I do. But I don't get it. You want to make sure that it is safe for everybody, even though the ones that exempt right now, right? What are you actually doing to prevent it instead of keep banning and banning and banning and making more difficult for actual responsible owners to look after the dogs? Nothing. You're just making more rules for us to follow, the ridiculous rules, as I would say. I don't know who's creating those rules, but I don't really think you guys actually know about those dogs at all. And it's just Ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Why don't you investigate more? And why don't you actually talk to the owners, to responsible owners, not to the ones, whoever they do dog fights, etc., all those gangsters. So they're going from one dog to another. And now you're gonna have a lot more dogs being banned. They are on the list. Somebody showed me that there is actually a list. Then next one is King Corsa. Then there's another dog and another dog and another dog. So what? Are you saying that you guys want to ban all of the dogs in the UK? So if you're doing it, if you're going to do that anyways, just do it already. Stop doing all these nonsense. Stop playing with us. Oh, even my language are running away. So yeah, dog attacks doubled. But honestly, I bet it's not even an XL bullies. It's the other dogs. My dog was attacked by another dog just because my dog was on the lead and worn a muzzle. Then the other dog's owner actually grabbed her dog, pulled it away from my dog, and screamed at us, saying that her dog is actually afraid of the dogs with a muzzle, so it attacks. How does that make sense? So if your dog is aggressive, keep it on the bloody lead. I think every single dog in public should be on the lead. Every single one. You want to go let your dogs go free? Let it, there are parks. Create parks. Actually, create parks that whenever you come in with the dog, you taking the responsibility yourself. If one of the dogs gonna attack you, your dog or whatever, they fight, it's down to the owners. Nothing to do with you. Like with the government, then it's like you going there at your own risk. Okay, next one. In 2025 alone, new data obtained by the Mirror reveals at least 29,400 out-of-control dog attacks causing injury offenses were recorded by police, equivalent to 81 a day or 3.4 every hour. Yeah, it's due to not responsible owners and mostly not socializing, and that all goes in with all of these gangsters and the horrible people who doesn't look after their own animals. Not last one, nearly the last one. The massive number is a significant 5% increase on the already high number of attacks recorded in 2024, the year violent XL bully dogs were banned, when police logged 28,000 attacks. Okay, yeah, it's been banned. Pre-COVID, just over 16,000 were recorded. And don't even let me start on the XL bullies. XL bullies attacked. I've seen so many pictures. And you know what? I'm not a dog expert. But I could clearly see it's not XL bullies. It's not a bully breed. Some of the dogs were completely different breed dogs. Not bully breed dogs. I've got an XL bully. And I can see how XL bullies look like. Some of those dogs weren't even XL bullies. Any dog can attack. Absolutely any dog. So why don't you create something different if you want to earn money? I actually gonna give you a plan. License every dog. Anybody who wants to get an animal. Oh, by the way, did you know that cats can kill babies or children. Nobody banned cats yet, but they are very dangerous actually. If you'll put in the research, in some cases actually cats are more dangerous than dogs, but never mind. I'll let you sleep on it. So probably here in UK we're gonna have bans for every animal, probably soon enough, because if you're gonna ban XL bullies, we got other dogs, you're gonna ban those, we're gonna get other dogs. Okay, once the dogs are finished, then we're gonna go for the cats, then we're gonna go for the rats. Actually, you could ban rats, especially from, you know, all the towns. And I've seen in Bedford when I walked a rat running in a high street. Why don't you ban them? Or better one, why don't you ban lice? Apparently it's normal when parasites eat you. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's all. Oh no, oh sorry, I didn't told you how you can make money. So before a person decides to buy a dog, make them to go in some sort of a training. You want a dog, do an online essay, what type of dog you want. Do you know enough about the dog? Then make them all go through the training, like I don't know who trains dogs, dog trainers, right? Make them attend 1-day course or 2-day course or something, so they would actually know how to treat an animal and how to train the animal. Training would be good. You could earn some money. You know, the more jobs created for the dog trainers, more taxes they're gonna pay, more of those taxes actually coming into your pockets. Very simple business deal. Instead of keep banning the dogs, just make everybody do that. And I think you would create such a good environment for all of us, and make the fields where, you know, dogs can socialize at their own risk. Then any fights happen, if you attended the field, you know, it's your own risk. You cannot blame anybody. Now I'm just thinking about all of this that I talked to. I'm gonna post it. I will post my opinion. I want that freedom of speech to go loose on YouTube. And I really want to voice out my opinion because I'm tired of hearing it. How many more bans we're gonna have. And I do apologize, I'm not British, I'm not English, so I might make a lot of mistakes, grammar mistakes, and I've got a bit of ADHD traits, so I hope you can understand what I'm saying. And please don't prosecute me. It's just strictly my opinion. Everybody thinks differently, so here we go. But never mind, I don't intend any harm. And I just want to wish everybody a good day. Bye-bye.